team like Kyrie and KD, or the Lake Show with King James and AD. Wish I could match him up with the bad boys from the 80s, but no black and white, I need that in HD. Yeah, dogs.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Ant Hen Dog, and we back to it. You know how we do it. 7 ways how Larry Bird could kill you. Shout out to the Bird gang, man. It's been a while. But we ain't went nowhere, man. If y'all been waiting on my Larry Bird videos, today is the day. I hope you're having a good weekend, and I hope after watching this video, you'll have an even better weekend. But before we get into it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. On the way to 10K. Go ahead and like this video. If you like this video, go ahead and write something in the comment. Give me some other ways that Larry Bird could kill you, because this video is about 7 ways, but I think it was about 20 to 30 ways that Larry Bird could kill you. But let's get into this video. We got 7 ways how Larry Bird could kill you. Let's get it. I know what time it is. Early morning Saturday.
Hey, did it start this song?
What's up? This is Vince Carter here.
Hey, what's up? This is Matt Barnes. If you're an old school NBA fan like I am, make sure you check out the Basketball Time Machine with my man Sean Davis. Good day, everyone. How's it going?
What up, Sean?
Welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. I'm Sean David. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're ready for some old school NBA basketball. Now I gotta...
Go ahead and rank those 4 jerseys back there for me. As far as talent, Tim Hardaway, Sprewell, Scotty, and Grant Hill. Let me know from 1 to 4 who's the best in those jerseys right there.
Admit I kind of committed a serious crime in basketball terms. I didn't cover Larry Bird for almost 4 years. Not 4 years. 4 months. Which
4
is
years.
kind of crazy since he's one of my favorite players of all time. So in this video, I want to show you guys 7 ways how Larry Bird literally could kill any other NBA player. How he would dominate today's NBA. But before we get into that, I want to give a quick shout out to the Patreons of this episode. Thanks a lot, you guys, for supporting the show. As always, it's really appreciated. And I would say, enough said, let's dive right into today's episode.
Should I get a Patreon account, yo? Somebody write in the comments what's the benefits, and if y'all think that I would benefit from those. If not, I just keep doing my YouTube videos like this, but people be telling me about the Patreon, though, for sure.
Alright, now how am I going to approach this list? Well, I narrowed it down to 7 different categories, or let's say 7 different moves that Larry Bird could use in order to destroy any player, even back in the days and even today in today's NBA.
Well, let's see him then.
Now, the first way that Larry Bird could beat any defender
Passing?
was his fall-away jump shot.
Fade.
This is pretty much comparable to Michael Jordan's fadeaway, but Larry would do it slightly different.
Is it?
Most of the times he was guarded pretty close, and he would just shoot the ball right in the defender's face while falling back.
It's comparable to the Jordan fadeaway, y'all?
Even though Larry Bird was not able to jump very high because of his height and his shooting technique, he never got rejected. And he would use this shot as his ultimate weapon. No matter...
Being 6'9" and having a fadeaway jump shot, you're not going to get blocked. Like, that's kind of the great thing about him, even though he wasn't athletic. The fact that he was able to, have that fadeaway jump shot in his bag and also be 6'9". It was perfect for him.
How tall the defender was, this shot was practically unguardable. Especially because Larry Bird took the shot from almost anywhere on the court. In the mid-1980s, he perfected this weapon, and this shot was a big reason why Larry Bird would always average more than 25 points per game in that period. And
with
the next
Jordan
weapon
flying
of
at
Larry Bird that I have on my list is the step back. In today's game, the step back is one of the most used offensive weapons in the NBA.
He wasn't using the step back
Players
like
like
that.
James Harden, Kyrie Irving would not exist if they did not use the step back. But in the 1980s, not many players used this move.
Facts.
Larry Bird was one of the first players that used the step
Oh
back.
my God.
And he even liked to combine it with a nice crossover, which often turned into an ankle breaker.
That's tough.
And
That's tough. Like he said, I didn't see too many, even Jordan and Scottie Pippen and all, even the best players from back in the day. You really didn't see them doing too many step backs. And the few times that we just saw Larry Bird doing it, he had the defense on the ground. So that's to tell you right there that defenses wasn't used to the step back. In today's game, people do it all the time. But is it safe to say that Larry Bird invented the step back? Let's talk about it.
Next on my list, I have Larry Bird's passing ability.
Passing is crazy.
Now that we have covered that Larry Bird had the fall-away jumper and the step back, it gets even better because Larry Bird was probably the best passing power / small forward of all time. He not only would see the open man, but also see the smallest holes that you would have in your defense, and then make the incredible pass. No other player passed the ball through the legs of his defenders as often as Larry Bird. Made no-look passes like Magic Johnson, behind-the-back passes like Magic Johnson, bounce passes like Magic Johnson. I mean, this man was unbelievable with his passing skills. And if you don't believe me, let's take a look.
He understood how to get Kevin and Robert shots, and Cedric Maxwell. And he also knew when any of these individuals were not getting enough shots in the game or were not involved in the offense, then he'd make a concerted effort to get them involved.
Draw some defensive attention and find yourself all on in basketball and contest the layup.
Larry Bird literally made me a Robert Parrish fan. Like, I love Robert Parrish, just the way he played and the way his mindset was in the game. And it had a lot to do with the way Larry Bird was giving him the ball. So shout out to Larry Bird for making me a Robert Parrish fan and a Kevin McHale fan too. He made me a fan of both of those players. And I swear, I feel like Larry Bird's most underrated parts of his game is passing and rebounding. Like, those were two things that was like at the top of his game. But people don't really talk about it. People always talk about he was just a great shooter. He was a trash talker, those are his probably most two like famous things that he did. But his passing and rebounding was crazy. It was crazy. Oh my God, how did he see him? How did he see him? Okay, Tiny. Okay, Tiny, if you know, you know. Write something in the comments. If you know, you know. Danny.
Quick up now to Bird on the left side. Bird goes behind the back, down the lane, up the shoulder,
All Robert Parrish got to do is catch and finish. Just catch and finish, Robert Parrish, and dunk on somebody. I see you. Okay, Tiny. Okay, Tiny. It's them tip passes, man. It's them quick decision passes. What they say that the comparison between him and Magic was, they said Magic will make the simple pass look amazing, and Larry Bird will make the amazing pass look simple. So you can't go wrong with either one. And I got a question for y'all too. He said it earlier in this video. He said that Larry Bird is probably the best forward passing player of all time. So, you know, that kind of excludes the point guard. It excludes Magic and John Stockton and Jason Kidd and, you know, Steve Nash and all those guys. But as far as forwards, Larry Bird might be the best. So let me know in the comments how y'all feel about that.
back, he's been hot. Not this time. Bird
Tip passes, man. This shit is impossible to stop. He did it so much.
And the next Larry Bird weapon that I have on my list is his three-point shot.
Oh, you got to put that
Larry
in
Bird is
there.
one of the best shooters of all time. He would get a three anytime he wanted. If it was a straight three-pointer, a fall-away three-pointer, an in-your-face three-pointer, he would get anything. And yes, you probably knew that. Now let me tell you something that you might not know.
Where are you playing
Larry
at?
did not work on his three-point shot. He never worked hours and hours in the gym to improve his three-pointer. But still, he was that good. I mean, he won a three-point contest without even preparing.
30 seconds left on the 60-second
Flashing that joint with his warm-up on, y'all.
He's got the rhythm
He
going.
still got the warm-up on.
And Bird's got 13 points with 20 seconds remaining. Now, he's not getting to the rack too quickly.
I will say, he kind of taking his time, but if you make them, it don't matter. You can speed through them, but if you miss it, you're still missing them. You're going to take your time, you better make them, though. He's splashing them
19
joints.
and counting, make it 20. Unofficially, 23 points for Larry Bird.
How was that
And the next
unofficial?
one is probably the
I was
most
counting.
underrated attribute a player can have.
Toughness?
The hustle plays and will. You won't find many NBA superstars that would sacrifice their body like Larry Bird did.
I hate watching
Hustling
that
after
play.
every loose ball and giving his team second shot opportunities. This was infectious to his team. And if your best player is also the one who hustles the most,
Great
your
pass.
team is in a good place.
And in terms of personality, he's a throwback because he is diving for balls 20 points up with 2 minutes to go.
First came in the league, Art Gilmore told me one time he played for Chicago. He said, if you expect to play a long time in this league, you better quit mopping up the floor. And I thought, well, he's crazy because that's what basketball is all about.
And the next attribute that I have on my list,
He made up a good point. It's like, if your best player on the team is also your hardest worker, then I feel like you should be a pretty good team, because there's a lot of times where the best player is just a guy that's just the best talent and he don't really, put the work in, so nobody's really motivated by him. But if you can have the talent and have players motivated by you by seeing you winning the sprints and seeing you jumping on the ground for the ball, like, that's contagious. And if they see the best player doing that, they're going to do it too. So I think that has a lot to do with making your team really good when the best player works the hardest too.
is the clutch gene. We all know that not every great player is capable of making the game-deciding shot.
The crossover
This
to
is
the
where
one foot.
guys like Michael Jordan, Reggie Miller, and
Kobe
of
Bryant.
course Larry Bird take
Kobe
over.
Bryant.
With all the great attributes that I already mentioned, Larry Bird was at his best when the game was on the line.
A lot of players in this league that can score the first 3 quarters of the game, but you get down to the fourth quarter when you need a basket, you can separate the men from the boys.
And they go hide it. They go hide. You just separate the men from the
It's been
boys.
like, and it's always going to be like that. You're always going to have the guys that come up with the attitude that they can make the last shot or make the big play. I don't know what makes a player do that, just their competitive nature and their will to win. And if it comes down to one shot, I want to be the guy to take it.
Me too, man. Me too. He hit that? Oh, net.
Fires another three-pointer.
Bird ain't passing that. I don't know who that was over there, number 8. He was asking for the ball. Ain't no way Larry Bird passing that with 10 seconds left in the game.
Larry Bird with 3
That's not bad defense.
47 points.
That's not bad defense.
And that does give 10 seconds.
Give it to him.
5 and Bird has the basketball.
That's not bad D.
Seconds on the clock.
Just better
And
offense,
the last
man.
category, and this is where Larry Bird would destroy today's players, is the mental game, or let's call it
Trash
the
talk.
trash talk.
The trash talk.
Now, with all the legends that I have talked to in the past, if it was a Dennis Rodman, a Dominique Wilkins, or a Gary Payton, they all told me the same: Larry Bird is the best trash talker that they have ever faced.
He's
He
a
was
psychic
able to
trash
get in your
talker.
head and always back it up. And this was Larry Bird's ultimate
A
weapon.
lot of people don't know this. You probably know this, Dan, but Larry Bird was one of the biggest trash talkers in basketball. So we playing him in the last play. He says to James Worthy, he said, "You guys don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna go right over there in that corner." He said, "They're gonna set a screen for me. We're taking the ball out." He said, "I'm gonna curl right over," and he's telling us to play.
Telling them to
He's
play.
telling us to play before they even take it out. He said, "I'm gonna go right over to that corner and I'm gonna catch it, I'm gonna shoot it, and I'm gonna tie the game or win the game, whatever the case may be." They take the ball out. I think it was either Danny or
DJ?
the late great DJ.
Yeah.
Take the ball out, man curl right to the corner, caught the shot, shot a 3.
Game time. Game time. Another great video from Larry Bird. Shout out to the Bird gang. Shout out to the Celtic gang. Write something in the comments if you're part of that. Y'all been coming on my channel because of the Larry Bird videos, and I appreciate y'all, man. I got so many more to come. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Go ahead and like this video if you liked it. I'm sure you did, because who don't like Larry Bird videos? Like, come on now, man. He's a legend. I enjoy every single one of those videos. And go ahead and write something in the comments. Let me know where Larry Bird ranks all time and why. Is he top 5? Is he top 3? You know, is he top 10? Let me know in the comments, man. But I appreciate y'all like always.